Welcome to another Mod Spotlight. This is Maiden's Marvelous Materials by Maideniles. Maiden's Marvelous Materials is a very colorful cosmetic mod which adds hundreds of blocks for you to use in your builds. The first thing that you are going to want to make is a pair of pruning shears, and that is crafted with 5 iron ingots. You are also going to want a mortar and pestle, which is crafted like so. The pruning shears are used to get blossoms of their respective color from the leaves that you'll find on trees in the ornamental forest. And the ornamental forest can be found around the world. It's not too rare, and they will look like this, very, very, very full of trees. And they will have a bunch of colorful things like these vines. And the way that you get these blossoms is just by right-clicking, like so. And every once in a while, you will get some floral essence, which we will go over later. The mortar and pestle, along with other uses, can be used to grind the blossoms down into their respective pigments. Now, since there's only so many blossoms, some have to be used by mixing them. So for example, the orange one is crafted with crabapple blossoms and laburnum blossoms. And you'll get 8 pulverized orange pigment, while others would need to use 2 pulverized pigments to create it. And lastly, there are 2 dyes, the black and the white dye, which need charcoal for the black, and the white one needs mica powder and silver bell blossoms. Now, what would you be using all that pigment for, you might ask? Well, to create pretty much every block in this mod. The first thing that you will be doing is crafting some clay. So you can take vanilla clay, a mortar and pestle, and any color of pigment, and you will get its color clay. And you can smelt that clay in a furnace, like so, and you get the brick variant. Now, this brick variant, we'll go over in a second, can craft blocks. But if you want a different variant of the block, you can instead take 8 red clay and a sand, and you'll get red clay mix, which if you smelt that instead, then you will get a red clay block. But if we go down here, then you will see that these are all the different types of blocks. There are 3 variants of the bricks. There is the clay block, which you can see up there. There are the bricks, which are crafted using the brick. And then there's also the large bricks, which are crafted using the clay blocks. And all of them have all the different colors. And along with that, you can also use the clay to craft these small vases. So you craft them first using 5 of the colored clay, and then you smelt that first one in a furnace, and you'll get a red vase. And when you place it down, something to note is that the only thing that can be placed in them are blossoms. And when you do, they will get placed in there. You'll see a little bit of water in there to keep them happy. And those are all the things you can do with clay. Another block variant that is added by this mod is the stained planks, but it's not as simple as just putting planks and surrounding them by dye. But instead, what you have to do is you get some red dye bath or any color, then you have to smelt the dye bath into a stain, and then you also have to craft a whitewash. Now, the whitewash is crafted by doing this recipe, and then it can be used by surrounding the whitewash with 8 plank blocks, and then you get 8 whitewash planks. And these whitewash planks are used to be dyed, because you can't dye dark oak pink. So if we go down here, you just surround the stain that you created with 8 whitewashed planks, and then you get 8 dyed planks. And you can get all the 16 different colors, but you can also get stairs, slabs, fences, and gates. You get stairs, slabs, fences, and gates the same way that you get the whitewashed planks. by surrounding the stairs, fences, gates, or slabs by whitewash. And then you get the whitewash version, which then you can just dye just like this. You can also craft pressure plates and buttons out of these, which work. And they also emit a redstone signal, as you can see by the not the one probe. And those are just crafted using red stained slabs or any other colored slab, just like so. Going with the wood theme, there are a bunch of new bookshelves that the mod adds, including a new oak variant, because all of these have these colorful books compared to the boring old vanilla bookcase, and they are all crafted, instead of full blocks, you use slabs. And you can use the colored slabs for the different colored ones. You can also use the different wood types, which you get from those trees, which we'll go over in a second, to craft the bookshelves. And they all use slabs and then 3 books for one. These are all the wood types that you can find in the ornamental forest. And there is cedar, jacaranda, wisteria, Carolina, silverbell, dogwood, crabapple, paulownia, and laburna. And you get all those, and they have all these different really nice textures, which also have stair, slab, fence, and fence gate versions. Then all these are the saplings, which create trees like those. And there's also all the leaves. The only one that is different is the cedar, which is not a blossom leaf. It just has a normal leaf looking texture, and that's that wood. But then the blossom ones, if you get the vines by shearing them, then you can combine them with cobblestone, and you can get mossy versions of cobblestone, but with the vines. This mod also adds a bunch of new doors and a bunch of new variants, but to craft those, you need to know a few things. First of all, you need to get dark iron mixture for one of the variants, which is just charcoal and 8 iron nuggets, which then, if you smelt it, you get dark iron ingots. Those dark iron ingots can be used to get a dark iron inlay, which then will be used for one of the variants when we craft them. But to craft all the different variants, you need a blueprint or style. And you can craft those through these different ways, and they all craft different types of doors. So if I quickly head over here, these are all the doors that are added by this mod. There's the ones that use the dyed woods, there are the vanilla variants, and then there are also the new plank variants. And all of these are crafted differently. So if I get up here, actually, let's just head over to creative. So, for example, all these are variant or style 1, style 2, style 3, 4, 5, and 6. And all of these are crafted in the same way, just like a normal door, but they have the style that we just crafted. So this one uses style 1, style 2, style 3. This one's different, where it uses those dark iron inlays so that it can have that look. This one uses white stained glass, and then this one is just style 6. There are also trapdoors for all the different variants, or at least 4 variants, I believe. Yes. But they do not use the styles. Instead, there are style 1, which is crafted just like so. There's style 2, crafted like so. Style 3, which is crafted like that. And style 4 with the dark iron inlay. And these are all the 4 different styles. Now that we are done going over the planks, the final variant that this mod currently adds are the variants using crystals. So if we grab this, for example, that's mica, but then there are all these different ones. So you can find all these ores pretty commonly underground. I'd say that you run into if you total all their rareness together, you run into them probably as much as redstone. And this is where the mica comes from. And what you'll notice is that when you break them, you get these chunks. So there's mica, amethyst, and aventurine, citrine, carnelian, chalcopyrite, jade, jasper, labradorite, moonstone, rose quartz, and sodalite. And all these drop their own chunks, which then can be broken down with the mortar and pestle. And when you break them down, you will get fragment versions. And then let's go over the mica first. You get the mica powder, which we showed in the beginning with the white dye, by using a mortar and pestle on mica fragments. And then also one thing to note for all of the blocks that you'll be crafting using these, you are going to need grout. And grout is crafted by taking 4 clay, a water bucket, and 4 sand together. And when you create grout, you use that to craft all the different variants of the tiles. So the first variant or style is using white concrete, grout, and the fragments. And they all use that, but in different patterns. So these are all the different patterns. And these are all what they look like. But all of them have their own colors. So this is pattern 1, or style 1, style 2, style 3, style 4, which is slightly different than style 3, style 5, and style 6. And if you like glazed terracotta, then this is like a dream to you, because these are almost like better versions of glazed terracotta. Now we are on the final 4 features of this mod, and these are the only non-decorational things. So the first one is a potion of floral fortune. And this potion lets you collect blossoms with your hands instead of needing the pruning shears that I showed you at the beginning. So all you have to do is drink it, and then you get it for a while, and then all you have to do is right click. And then you'll get a bunch of floral essence and blossoms, which you can use for more dyes. So this definitely makes it so that getting resources for this mod is a lot easier. Might be a little bit overpowered, but I don't really know how to make it less overpowered. The second potion, and that is crafted, by the way, using the floral essence, which I showed you get from shears, and also now you get from this potion. The second feature, or second potion, is going to be the Potion of Gatherer's Glee. Now this is one of the most overpowered potions I have ever seen, because what will happen is that Gatherer's Glee will make it so that things that you mine, like wood and ore, will drop double. So if we mine this, then we just got 3. If we mine that again, we got more. I feel like this could be better done, because you can literally just duplicate ores like this. And I could see a lot of mod pack makers not wanting to include this mod because of this. So maybe lower the amount or redo the code, I don't know. But if you want to just overpoweredly get through a bunch of early game, then you can easily do it. And now it's worn off, and now we're just getting normal drops. Now the final 2 things are both enchants. The first one is a boots enchant, which is called Fancy Feet. And what will happen, right? What will happen is that when worn, it will cause the ground to put flowers where you walk. Now, I believe that these flowers do disappear after a while, as if you look at them, they're called vanishing flowers, but I'm not sure if they do, because I haven't seen that happen yet. But if we go over here, oh, obviously they do, because I was here before testing. But if you just walk on normal grass, then they will also appear. They will not appear on anything other than grass or the ornamental grass, though. Now the last and final feature and enchant is a shovel enchant. And this one is called Flower Power. And what will happen is that when you use this on ornamental grass, you will... There we go. It has to be ornamental grass with flowers. Do note that. So like this one right here. If you mine that, you both get dirt and ornamental grass. So once again, might need to redo that a bit, but still pretty cool either way. Another thing that I accidentally did, you may have noticed, is I made a ornamental grass path. And that happened because with the Flower Power enchant, you can right click on ornamental grass, and as long as it doesn't have the vanishing flowers on it, and it will create a path, which I think looks pretty cool. Might be a bit too much, in my opinion, but it could definitely work for some styled builds. And really quickly, just to make sure that it's clear, if I get a normal shovel, can't do that. But with Flower Power, can do it. So do note that. That is everything that I have to share with you about this mod. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, go ahead and click that subscribe button. More mod spotlights once every week will be out. If you have any mods spotlights that you would like me to make, then comment down below mods that you would like to see. And also, sorry for the break. Those of you that have been subscribed for a while, I am now back, and the series will continue. Have a nice day. Hope you enjoyed. Peace.